Uh, the first idea I had about missions was I read in our conference newsletter about they were looking for a group of men to go build a church, and I thought that would be something neat to do something with a group of guys. When we got there, I remember I was there with Leanne and Leanne Scholsky, and this little girl came and grabbed her hand and started dragging her away. We didn't know what we were doing. We were just both first-timers. And so she yelled, "Jim," and like, "What do I do?" And I said, "Well, let's go." And this little girl took us up to her house. She yelled, "Jim," and like, "What do I do?" And I said, "Well, let's go." And this little girl took us up to her house. And at her house, she just took us inside, and we met her family. And that's all that was, that she wanted us to meet her family. And her mother was introducing her kids. And what I learned in that very first moment of that very first trip, that these people are just like us. They love their kids. They're proud of their kids. They want the best for their kids. And they just don't have the same chances that we have here. And those people just kept me going back. I think I've been back to the DR 8 times on 8 of those trips, and I've done some other trips as well. But it's those relationships, those people you get to know, that have made a big impact in my life.
I've been 4 times, and my first experience, of course, is different than my last. The impact of going to the hospitals and the jails and doing dentistry work with Dr. Ted Proctor was just amazing. The more I get to go down there, the more changes I see and what Pastor Megan's done. I went down with an open mind. It's not what I could bring to those people, but what they could bring to me as well. And I learned a lot from the people in Dominican Republic.
Ascension and Carabayou Village is a pretty unique place and pretty close to our hearts here at New Life because we've been supporting them for years. There's just so many neat experiences to be part of in all the work that we've done too. You come away feeling like, you know what, this has been not only a great thing because we get to give back to a really, really unique people and a special people, but we also get to be part of something that makes a huge difference. And so I really encourage people to just take this opportunity and to go and be part of something really fun.
My experience in the Dominican was one of mostly hair. We went to do sewing projects, but I got the opportunity to cut some young men's hair and pastors while I was there. One of the other things that I thoroughly enjoyed doing was I had mentioned to Megan that I wanted to have cornrows put into my hair. And I got to sit amongst the women and be a part of their community and how they interacted with each other and with their children. Each one of them not knowing, like they just were a family all together all the time. And it was a very cool experience because the joy and the peace and the just exuberance that they share and that they have when they have very little. They have the basic necessities of life, and that makes them happy. And so for all the stuff that we have, it's really not important. It's each other and taking care of each other and being a part of a community.
In the long run, I would say going to the Dominican has changed my perspective more on people here and how I interact with them. I'm more compassionate. I can see different things in their character that I might not have seen before I'd been to the Dominican.
Hi, I'm Declan, and I'm going to talk to you guys about the Dominican missions trip. When I first got there, I was just overwhelmed with how cool it was. One of the biggest things for me was how much faith they had in God. They just trusted their entire life with God. It was pretty cool.
Hi everyone, the missions team would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to our video, and we'd love to invite you to join us on our next trip in July. You can find some more information about this at the Connection Center.